Hey, Ken here for Ken's Den Films. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. This time around, I'm heading out from KBDL to KMCO, Orlando International Airport, for an overnight in Orlando until I get over to Port Canaveral the following day to get on the MSC Grandiosa. Now, this will be her second sailing in North America. Since 2019, she has been in the Mediterranean. I have read some of the reports of the current sailors on that ship now. There's been a few hiccups. They're trying to Americanize it. Some of the folks still haven't heard what Dr. Pepper is all about. But she is a Meraviglia class vessel. There are 5 in that class. The last 3 are Meraviglia Plus class vessels. Grandiosa is one of them. So next time you see me, I will be in sunny Central Florida. And I am now in Orlando, Florida. I am staying at La Quinta. It's the La Quinta by the airport. It's part of the Wyndham Group. And I was able to get checked in for 11:30. People here mostly seem pleasant. And it's obviously a cruise port hotel. I think they have one-nighters here. In fact, there were a lot of people in the lobby waiting to head down to a Carnival cruise in Port Canaveral, which is 45 minutes to an hour away. So we're gonna take a quick look at the room. And then after that, I'm gonna take it easy until I head out to Port Canaveral tomorrow morning. All right, let's walk into the room. It was cheap. It was under $100. Things are mostly clean. You have a good sized room. Couple of burn marks on the carpet. Vanity area is clean, orderly. And the tub and toilet area seems to be in good shape. However, you do know that we have to do the black light test. It's the first time I'm looking. So, toilet's clean. I can hear the tank running. Walls, in the shape I would expect it to be in a hotel like this. The floor is clean. Underneath the toilet seat is clean. That's what I hear running. So black light test passes. So it looks like I'm comfortable sleeping and cleaning here. Next stop, Port Canaveral. All right, so I made it through the evening at the La Quinta, and I am now on the bus, which is a motor coach. It's the shuttle that GoPort uses to bring you from Orlando to Port Canaveral. They were pretty close to time. They said be at the lobby 9:30 to 10:30. They picked me up at about 9:55. So other than most of the ice dispensers at the hotel not working and the soda machines not working, except for one, which only took single dollar bills, I've made it through the night. and I'm looking. It's typically a 45 to 50-minute drive from Orlando to Port Canaveral if there isn't any traffic. We may have a few additional stops en route, but hopefully the next place where I exit this motor coach will be Port Canaveral for the MSC Grandiosa. All right, so I've made it to Port Canaveral. Uh, Fairly uneventful drive over. Didn't take too long. Saw a little bit of Kennedy Space Center on the way over. I am now queued up in line outside Terminal 10, waiting to get through security, and then ready to go right over to registration. I have a 12 o'clock embarkation time. It's shortly after 11 right now. We'll see what happens. All right, so about 10, 12 minutes to get through the line outside. Once inside, it was about 15, 20 minutes to go through the document check and security. About another 15 minutes to check in, and then it turns into a cluster. There's no organization here whatsoever. A lot of entitled folks jumping in, and now there may be a medical emergency holding the works up. I'm not going to grab about that because that happens, but it doesn't look like it's the disaster it was the first week that she sailed here on the December 6th sailing. Time will tell. I'll catch up to you once I'm after the gangway. All right, so I'm on board. I got up to the buffet, and as usual, I look at the cheeseburger first, when I get on any ship. So let's take a look at what we have out of a hotel pan. Burgers already assembled. Unlike a few of the other ships, I put mayonnaise, ketchup, and some bacon on it because it was there, and there were not any onions to put on my burger. I like an onion on my burger now and then. So, and it wasn't assembled very well at all. It's lacking flavor, even with all that bacon on it. I don't believe this. I have to put salt on the cheeseburger if it comes out. Let me see if that helped it. I mean, it's a burger. The bread is kind of falling apart. You can push it down, and when you squeeze it, they cook most of the grease out, and grease is what makes a burger tasty. That's where the flavor is. So when they turn them into a hockey puck, they just end up tasting like shit, right? No, had enough of that. And of course, there were fries next to the burger. Worst fries on a ship so far. These are the same as the frozen ones that you get at Walmart. You pop in your air fryer. No. I can have that at home anytime I want. I will finish up the bacon though. Funny thing, talking about the bacon. Good thing we aren't on a Carnival cruise because there's a whole toe pan of bacon, crumbled up into pieces to put on your burger. And there's a kid in front of me in line. And by the way, I don't understand the number of kids I've seen on the ship. Shouldn't they be in school? I don't get it. They're under my feet everywhere right now. But this kid He grabbed 1 scoop of bacon, 2 scoops of bacon. He went on like 8 freaking scoops. You know, he had a mound like 3 inches high until his father grabbed him by his collar and pulled him away. But, you know, I have a couple of little accoutrements here. There was a pesto macaroni salad. It's not bad. But with just about everything I've had so far, it's lacking seasoning. You know, it's supposed to be pesto, but I'm picking up on one strange flavor that I can't make out. Okay, so I'm on to the other plate I grabbed. Some things I wanted to sample. Some potato puffs, a beef enchilada. This is a chicken spread, this is an egg salad, and this is a tuna. And I'm a little concerned because it's only been sitting out here for 5 minutes. But, and this is why I'm worried. This is my glass of water. It was half filled with ice 5 minutes ago. So if this is warm tuna salad, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through it. It's still out of safe temperature. All right, egg salad. The flavor is there. Yeah, the flavor is there, but the texture is weird. Yeah, chicken salad. Now, that is different. I know it's chicken because it tastes like chicken. I know it's chicken because the sign above it said chicken. It eats like mashed potatoes. I'm both afraid and curious at the same time. I think I may have to revisit that at some point during the cruise. So, potato puff. It looks like it has a good cook on it. They're greasy. Greasy how? Think of at breakfast time, McDonald's hash brown. You're basically getting the same thing here. Not that I'm complaining. If you notice, I try everything twice. If I don't quite like it on the first bite, unless it's really horrible, I go in for the second bite, the empanada. Not the smell. It is a very fat. All right. It's heavy, but I don't like the texture of the beef on the inside. It's kind of like a mix between hot dog, chili, and cat food. Not that I've ever eaten cat food. It's 1:15. It's 13:16 right now. All aboard at 16:30. So we have a few more hours for the ship to fill up. So I'm going to take a walk around, see what I can find. Maybe take advantage of the drink package. It's already after 12. So I'm going to get the heck out of this buffet and move on. So this is one of the few times I can actually walk through the casino with the camera. We're going to see what they have here. It looks large, but looks might be deceiving. So I just came in the main entrance and we'll round the corner. And it looks like we have our table games. Blackjack. I don't see anything about minimums or... Okay, minimum 25. Yeah. 00 roulette. And we have another 00 roulette. And we have slot machines along the side. And you know, it looks like pretty much the same ones you see out at sea, the Huff and Puffs, the Buffaloes. Here's another blackjack. And I'll admit this is a game that I am not aware of. Three-card poker. Again, I don't see a auto shuffler. There's another blackjack. No idea what the minimum is. Not sure if it's a 6-5 payout or a 3-2. It's probably a 6-5. I haven't run into a 3-2 at sea at all. Here is your craps. And looking at the table, they don't really have anything funny. It looks like you have the basic pass, don't pass, and the sucker bets. We continue around the corner. Minimum 10 on Dream 21. I'll have to admit that that is a game that I have not played. And Texas Ultimate. Let's continue around and see what else we have. Oh, not quite bubble roulette, but it's still unmanned roulette, and it is a 0-0. It's a 0-0 on what I'll call the bubble roulette. All right. Looks like we have a lounge up there I want to check up on. But, quick walk through some of the slot machines here. Again, typical of what you have at sea. The links. Here's something that some folks might not be happy about. Smoking is permitted during opening hours only. So this is not a smoke-free casino. It looks like this area might be separate enough from the other locations, but I can guarantee if it's foul weather, I'll be in here anyway. All right, some more links. What else do we have in here? Some trios. Some more drums. Haven't seen a Wheel of Fortune yet, and those usually have the best odds with the machine. There's some more mummies. There's your piggies. We got more dragons. As we get deeper into the casino, we're in the corner. Huff and Puffs, Dragon Links, Dollar Storms. What do we have around the corner here? All right, that's just a corner. I might have to come back and play those later because I'm running a slot pull and I want to try to find a machine we stand half a shot with. Okay, so it pretty much looks like that is it for the casino. Okay, we have more quick hits over here. And a slide machine, a push machine. Now, you have to be careful because a lot of these, when you look at them, it looks like, okay, this one, the dump is actually in the front. A lot of them push only out through the side and it stops right at the beginning. So all your payout goes to the side, but it actually looks like the payout on this machine drops down instead of going through a secret side chute. A decent number of table games. As usual, only one craps table on a ship. I'm pleased that they don't have a 3 green or a 3-0 roulette table. I know Princess Cruise Line just started putting out a 3 green roulette table on their ship. That's enough to tell me don't gamble with them. But these are both 2 green. And, did I actually see any 3-wheel bandits? As I walk through, it looks like they have a lot of slot machines, but it's really limited. And, okay, here are your 3 reels. These are usually, what do I want to call? They have a better RTP, so I think that is it. I've walked through the casino almost twice. I am a little disappointed. Then again, this ship was built in 2019, and this is the first time ever. And this is the first time ever she has sailed out of North America. Actually, I lied. This is the second time. She has been stuck in the Mediterranean for the past 6 years. I don't know, what the casinos are typically like on a Mediterranean cruise. Are we Americans going to be in for a rude awakening? I'll find out 11 miles out at sea. I forgot if I'm forward or aft right now. But this is what's called the Carousel Lounge. It's where some of the shows may be an upcharge. It looks like it's rigged up for a lot of acrobatics. And I'm standing stage center right now. I don't know how the hell I got up here. Somebody let me up here. But it looks like you have updated sound and lighting. There's the booth right there. Man, this would be a cool place to do karaoke at. And again, I honestly don't know how I ended up here. Oh, the stairs. I just walked right up. All right. Oh, I have to go check out that soundboard. See what they're working with. It's covered. MA. It's going to be a European brand that we're not typical of using in America. I don't even see a very big branding on the back of it. Yeah, MA. I'm looking at this the second time up here. This is a multifunction stage. Those are my friends who are into the theatrical lighting and sound. So we do have lighting in a circle. But if you also look up on this stage, you'll see how it's grooved here. You'll see how there's notches here, and it's grooved here, here, and here, and it's the same way on the other side. Those rise, they go up and down. They have a movable function, and because it's circular, it's going to spin. And it can probably spin and drop at the same time. And if you look around at the edge, they also have mechanics along the edge to change the safety aspect of the stage. Here's another platform back here that will come up and down. This actually looks like a pretty cool stage. Okay, guys, I found the other theater, the main theater. It's not huge. It's not large. It's, what do I want to say, mid-size? But if you take a look, there's no particularly bad seat in this house. So many other theaters just have something in the way. This one is completely open. Now, if you do get called up as a participant, I'd say be careful with the stairs. These are not standard American height stairs. They are a little shorter. But take a look. Nothing blocking any view at all in this entire theater. Every seat has a clear shot to the stage. And what I like about this design is that they don't go too far over to the side. All right, now I'm passing through the stage. The stage is arced. But a lot of times when you have seats all the way over on the side, you miss how a show should be presented. This theater, although I think it's a little small and you might have to get here an hour early in order to secure the seat you want, I don't think you can be pissed off with any particular view in here at all. All right, I think I walked around the Lido deck enough. I found the two theaters, and I find where I go to eat. Early dining, because I'm an old fart. It's actually called, and it caught me by surprise because everything on here is Italian, except for where I'm eating. Purple Crab. All the other restaurants are named La This and La That, or Le. I'm Purple Crab. But I did enough walking around. My room should be getting ready pretty soon. And I figured, I have the drink package. I'm going to use it. I aim for a salted caramel. This bar doesn't have them. I'm sure another one does. But I got chocolate. A chocolate martini. And it tastes like a chocolate martini. One thing I'm digging is they do the martinis not in a martini glass, but that way there I can actually, and they don't fill it to the rim either. That way there you can actually pick it up and get your first sip without ending up all over your shirt. That's gonna go down quick. Total of 15, one down, 14 to go. All right, so I travel alone, so I only usually need one device. On every cruise line I've been on, Virgin, Royal, Carnival, Celebrity, Norwegian, I can turn Wi-Fi off on one device and go on to another device. I can bounce back and forth between devices. On MSC, You can't do that. And they want $140 just so I can put a tablet on because I can't switch from one device to the other. So, needless to say, I've got 10 gig of data, cellular. I'll be doing all my work in port. Not liking this at all. So I'm in queue at my restaurant, and I think the theme so far for this cruise has been disorganized. We were able to get through security and check-in without an issue, but then actually trying to get up on the ship, there was no organization. People were jumping queue. It was a complete shit show. A few other things on the ship have become shit shows. Latest I've ever gotten in my cabin, and my luggage still isn't there. And now I'm in queue at the restaurant, and I have the 5 o'clock dining alone option set up. They bring me to a group table with 12 other people. And I'm like, no, that takes a 45-minute dinner and it turns it into 2 hours. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to see what ends up happening over here. So far, so good. Not good for the Grandiosa. It's still a long week. We'll see how it goes. But so far, I've gotten pissed off more than once. All right, so I am at my table. They fixed the mess up with my table assignment rather easily and quickly. I'll give them credit for that. But, as a solo traveler, some people love to sit at a group table, a community table. I don't like to make small talk while I'm eating my dinner, right? When you sit at one of the shared tables with 8-10 other people, it turns a 45-minute affair into a 2.5-hour affair. Because they wait for people to finish. They want to serve everything at different times. I mean, it's nuts. So I'm at my table, and the menu on this ship is the same as most of the other MSC ships. I thought maybe it would have a little bit more of a Mediterranean flair, but apparently this is the menu that they're used to using on the other side of the pond as well. Now, everything is scanned via a QR code. There's no paper menu. I would imagine you can ask for one if you want, but make sure you have a nice clean screen on your phone so you can magnify what's on here. I was torn between two different things tonight, a mozzarella stuffed meatball or a fire roasted tomato cream soup, and I went with the soup because for the main course, I'm going with the slow roasted prime rib. I looked ahead. I think it's the only time I saw prime rib that isn't an upcharge. They also had some fried chicken, but that's messy. I have a theory with that ties into buffalo wings. Buffalo wings are meant to eat at home. There's no elegant way to eat them when you're out and about. Then there's a calamari steak on here, some lasagna. But I went with the soup because I'm having the big chunk of meat for the appetizer, and I didn't order dessert. But as each one comes out, we'll take a look at it, we'll critique it, and we'll see if they're any better than the last 3 ships I've been on, which was Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, Royal Caribbean Liberty of the Seas, and there was a Carnival one in there and a few others. But I want to make sure, I want to see that this is an upgrade to the Carnival main dining room and the Royal Caribbean main dining room, because we already know Princess has them beat. Virgin Voyages has them all beat. Norwegian, the food on Norwegian is really good. And then you get into Cunard and Explorer, and it's out of the world. But we'll wait for them to bring it out and see what we have. All right, the soup course is out. Took about 5 minutes. It wasn't bad at all. And let's take a look at what we have. All right, so after French onion soup, I think tomato soup is one of my favorite soups. They have French onion as an option every night, so I'll have that later on during the week. That was what we saw was the fire roasted creamy tomato. And we can see a layer of oil kind of floating on the top of it. Now, I'm hoping that was olive oil that was drizzled over it and not just fat from the stock. We're going to find out. It's a little drizzle of olive oil. However, its build is creamy. I've had creamier. But the most important is the taste. I actually think they put a little bit too much olive oil on it because it's giving it a strange mouthfeel. And I can also feel it coming off the spoon, which you definitely shouldn't with a tomato soup. It's not horrible. It's not bad. But with a lot of things I've found thus far on this ship, it needs seasoning, which kind of makes sense. I think they probably still have a full European crew in the kitchen. That made the difference. That's all it needed was a kiss of salt. I'm going to enjoy the rest of it.
Buen provecho.
And just as soon as they took away the bowl for the soup course, within 2 minutes, the prime rib came out. So, all right. We're gonna do this on film. All right. It's a bit of a struggle because on cruise ships they don't give you a real steak knife. What am I talking about? They're too afraid that you might steal it from the main dining room and then go up to the Lido deck and stab someone. You get a knife that's completely blunt on one side and then slightly serrated on the other. And that's why when you saw me cutting into the meat, you saw me struggling. Now, I've struggled more on other cruise lines with their prime rib or their sirloin or whatever steak they may be offering for the night. But this one's actually going through not horribly. Whoa. Wait a minute. It's gravy. It's not jus. I don't know how I feel about that. But regardless, I asked for medium rare. And take a look at that cook. That's medium rare. Yeah, I'm still trying to get my head around gravy instead of jus. All right, I'm going to get through the rest of this, so I'll talk to you later. On a lot of their vessels, you have to take your card and put it in a slot in your room in order to turn on the lights. And it's been rumored it's to keep the air conditioning functioning. But my big problem is I'd put this card into the slot in my room and then I'd walk out the room because I'm so used to wearables like on Virgin Voyages or Princess. One might say, well, get the little wristband for $10. And I went down to customer service and I asked about it. And they weren't able to provide me one. I had to go to a different area, a different department during the day to pay for that. But they had a solution. they offer for free what they call a white card. So you just put this in the slot in your room, and you leave it there, and then you don't ever have to worry about walking out with your real card on an MSC ship. Christian, did you still want to talk to me? Yes. All right, so you can hold on to that. Okay, and I'm looking at my camera now. I'm at the casino bar on Grandiosa, and I made friends with Christian from the Philippines.
Yeah, that's right.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, so I have a question for you.
Okay.
Several. How long have you been on this ship?
It's been my 6 years here.
Okay, good. So, how has it been after being in the Mediterranean for 5 years, and now all of a sudden you're dealing with a bunch of American people?
American is great. Too much money.
I know that there's been a few hiccups. I think for the most part everyone is happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to say, folks? Who might be thinking about they want to sail MSC. What do you have to say to them?
If you want to go in MSC, we treat you like a family. And that's it. That's
right.
our values.
And I know you're being genuine about that because you really come across as a friendly, honest person.
And we will drink.
All right.
All right.
All right, at the casino bar on Grandiosa. And the second I start speaking in Tagalog, I get the attention of people. And here's one of my new friends. All right.
Hi guys.
All right.
Hello, this is you from Philippines.
Oh, all right. So you are from Philippines?
Yes, I'm from Philippines.
All right. How long have you been with MSC?
I've been working at MSC for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
All right.
Yeah.
And how long have you been on Grandiosa?
Grandiosa coming 1 month.
1 month.
Yeah,
so
1 month.
You've mostly been in the Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mediterranean. This first time in US. This is my first time in US.
So can you tell me what it's like changing from Mediterranean to US?
Yeah, it's different because the canvas US is different from the Mediterranean. I came from Brazil also, so coming in US is very huge experience. It's a very nice guest, like sir. It's very nice to me. We very we have a good conversation. Me from Visayas. I was born and raised in Visayas. You see this one?
This one
My
over here?
bartender?
Yeah.
This is my master.
Oh, he's your boss.
Yes. Cheers, guys. I love you. Woo!
So I am in the smoking area here in Grandiosa. So the casino bar is open until 3 a.m. Yeah, it's not even 2 a.m. I can't find a morsel to eat. And I ran into a few of who may be my new friends coming up on this cruise. And I'm going to let you hold on to that. All right. Yeah. Tell me who you are.
Grandiosa from Fayetteville,
All right.
North Carolina.
And you said you had something you wanted to say.
I don't even know what to say. We booked our room together.
With these folks over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, hey.
We booked our room together. Our luggage came to the room, but our key didn't work. So they moved us all the way to the other side of the ship and then booked us in a dirty room. Didn't make the bed or anything.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not kidding at all. So I go downstairs. I'm in line for an hour and a half. I got fed up. My legs are swollen from all the walking. I go to the front desk. It's a guy named Rudolph or Randolph. He starts yelling at me and says he doesn't care. Get back into the line. I just couldn't believe it. It was my first time on a cruise.
Oh,
and
I'm so sorry.
Such the worst experience. And then I'm in my room, come back later. No one ever cleans the room. I wait another 45 minutes. They finally come. They only make one bed. We only got one towel. And we have 3 people in our room.
Honey, you said it's your first cruise.
This is my first cruise.
Don't let this discourage you. All right, do you actually understand what's going on with the sailing here with Grandiosa?
No.
Okay, so Grandiosa was built in 2019 but it's only been in the Mediterranean. All right.
Okay.
This is only the second sailing ever that she sailed out of North America. If you were on the sailing last week, things were a lot worse. Things are a lot better now, but they're trying to Americanize it. But there still is a lot of disorganization, and they still haven't got it. And I do that with air quotes. So I'm back to you now. So now you understand what's kind of going on. It's not an excuse,
Right.
all right? But I want to make sure that you don't use this as, as an excuse to say, oh, I'm never going to sail again. Because it's always horrible. It's always bad.
Yeah.
This is an exception to the rule, baby.
Thank you.
All right. What are you looking forward to during this next week?
Just spending time with my family and having a great time. It's my daughter's first time on the cruise. And we're just enjoying family time.
All right.
Come on, get over here, Mama. Oh my God.
Oh, Mama, huh?
Yes.
All right. Hand the mic over. All right. Now, who are you and where are you from?
I'm Takina, and I'm from North Carolina and Florida. So I asked them if they wanted to take a cruise and let's do trips instead of buying expensive, wasteless gifts for Christmas. And so we decided to do that. I had told them how wonderful MSC was, and now I'm still.
So you're not a first. You are not a first time.
I'm not
cruiser.
a first time cruiser.
And
They
obviously you
are.
can see. Hold on. Gold here. All right.
Say hi, Skylar.
So we are used to a higher. I think. Do you think we're used to a higher quality of standards with MSC compared to what you've seen now?
Well, not a higher quality, just a little bit better than it was, because when I took my first cruise with them, everything was fantabulous. I had no complaints. They took care of me, my mom, and my husband, and my homegirl that came with us, and they even thought my mom and my husband were married. It was adorably cute. We had amazing fun. And so when I invited them to come back, I thought it was going to be the same, and it's been different. It's been a little different. Like the line was long when we got here. It was just.
If it wasn't as long as last week.
Oh
boy,
Jesus.
people were waiting 3 hours last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but then the rudeness that we experienced about the luggage and the situation with the room, because they just changed the room at the drop of a dime. I picked all the rooms and I paid for those rooms. I paid in cash up front. I didn't make payments. So for them to change one of my rooms and put my family on the back end of the ship and I'm on the front of the ship, that was tragedy. When I booked rooms that was like 4 doors apart.
Right, and it's not a mega ship, but it is a large ship.
Right.
Yeah. So, let's get away from some of the mistakes or missteps that they might have done over this past day or two. What are you looking forward to over this, the rest of this 7-day sailing on Grandiosa?
Well, I'm going to enjoy the family, of course. I'm going to get a little bit of R&R, and I'm going to drink as much as I want, and then go back to sleep again
And
and
you
wake
have
up.
the drink package?
Of course.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I think I might be around number 12. I don't
I've
know
passed
yet.
you already. It's okay.
Yeah, but who's
Who's keeping count, right?
All right, fellas, I'm not quite ready to call a night, night one, on the first night here on MSC Grandiosa. There have been a few hiccups. I'm not getting the type of vibe that I get on a lot of other ships. I can't quite place it. I can't quite put it there. I see some people partying, having fun. It's not as laid back as the Princess cruise I went on, but I'm having a hard time just getting into the groove, getting into the vibe. I've had several people actually walk up to me and say, "Oh, I recognize you. I watch you. I follow you," and I had to stop for pictures, whatever. So I know you folks are watching. I don't really care for a lot of the bars on the ship. They're lacking a lot of liquors to make a lot of fancy drinks. It's hard. They don't have a lot of what I usually have. However, I did just like I'm one of the Margaritaville Sea ships. I found the bar that I like, and it's the damn casino bar. They don't have any video poker tables up on the counter, but Christian from the Philippines, we hit it off, and White Russian, they don't have cream, so this is all alcohol. I'm very happy about that. One thing that's shocking is tonight the nightclub closes at midnight. Midnight. Sometimes I'm just getting there at midnight. I'm used to the nightclub being open until 2, maybe 3 o'clock. I think they're trying to Americanize everything here because I get on the planner, and even tomorrow, it's only half the stuff is populated for activities during the sea day, and I think they may extend the hours of the nightclub because tomorrow it says 11 o'clock, but it doesn't put a closing time on it. I know that the casino bar is open until 3 a.m. I don't know if I can get food anywhere after midnight. I think they have room service. I'm pretty sure they have room service. There's a room service card inside my room. But I think I'm going to chill out here for a while and then make my way to or maybe go upstairs, find some food, and then go back to my stateroom. I was really looking forward to doing karaoke tonight, but I walked into the room where they have karaoke, and it was hot. And I started sweating like a whore in church within a minute of walking into that room. And it was bad. And there was very little seating. I think it's a very awkward area or venue to hold karaoke in because they've been pushing it and plugging it. And I wanted to get up and show off, but I just wasn't having it. I like to sit down, put my drink down on something, and that wasn't happening. Maybe tomorrow, the following night, we'll try karaoke. This is a 7-night sailing, and we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But for now, cheers, Nostrovia, Slancha, however you say it. And it's day 2 here on the MSC Grandiosa. I am at brunch. I woke up late on purpose because I was up until about 3 o'clock in the morning because the casino bar is open until 3 in the morning. Today is a sea day, and there are plenty of activities on the ship, such as origami. Luckily, I'm running a slot pull at 1 o'clock, which just so happens to fall during the casino happy hour. And at the same time, double points. So I think I picked the appropriate time to hold the slot pull. After that, I really don't know what I'm going to do. It is a sea day, as I mentioned, so the pool area and all the decent areas to hang out at will be jam-packed. Okay, main dining room, night 2 here on MSC Grandiosa. For the appetizer, I actually think I'm going to go the steak tartare. Usually that's something I try to avoid on a cruise ship, but the other options are salmon relay, eggplant parm, and lobster bisque, and I'm not feeling it with any of those. And then out of all the entrees, I'm going to go with the filet mignon. It comes with potatoes, steamed asparagus, and mushroom demi-glace. Now, the other items on for this particular seating is wild mushroom parpadelle, duo of broiled lobster tail and grilled jumbo shrimp. I have a feeling most people are going to be getting that. I can't do shellfish. And on top of the filet, there's a chicken scallopini and then a roasted vegetable lasagna. So as usual, when the items come out, we'll take a look at them and figure out if they're good, bad, or otherwise. You think of it, I have run into otherwise. All right, I'm not gonna lie. This dish on cruise ships scares me now and then. Guess what? Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, that's what it needs. Now, it does come with a Dijon aioli. Let's see how those two go together. Yeah. Yeah, even with the aioli, it needed that salt. So I'm going to finish this tartare, and the next course coming up should be filet mignon. Okay, so for the moment of truth, let's see what's in here. I think that's about as close to medium rare you're gonna get on a cruise ship. I really wish that they would give us a real knife to cut meat with in the dining room. You can see here, it's a struggle. You know, it's not fighting me, but it's a struggle. And you can see that it does more tearing than it does cutting. See what I mean? But overall, there you go. All right, the important part. It has a good beefy flavor to it. It kind of tastes what I expect it to taste like. It's not that far off from when you get roast beef at the deli at the supermarket. It's right around those lines with the flavor. Unfortunately, with my heavy salt palate, once I get the rest of this filet cut up, I'm probably going to be salting it. Night number 2, 21:30, 9:30 p.m. I decided that I was going to abscond with some pizza from the buffet today to keep in my room. So I have 8 slices of pizza in my room right now. I don't want to get caught up again, you know, if I want to stay out to 1 or 2 and not be able to find morsel of food on the ship. That sucked. But anyways, I'm prepared, and I know how to go about everything the remainder of the week. This ship has some of the same problems that Sun Princess had. Not enough venues, and they're not large enough. And 2 of them, a small performance area. It's like a Irish pub, if you would, and then the TV studio bar where they have karaoke. Yeah, I want to do karaoke, but you have to be there an hour early just to grab a seat. And on top of that, both that little Irish pub and the karaoke room, they're incredibly hot. Even if I could just show up and belt out a song or two and wait half an hour or whatever, I wouldn't do it because it's just so damn hot in there. I'm out on the pool deck right now where it's cooler than inside that room on this ship. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing karaoke this week. We saw show number 2 today. There's another musical act. It was tracked. There was no band. And looking ahead on the schedule, I don't see any high production shows at all, which is surprising because it's a 7-day cruise. Even Royal Caribbean gave me a high production show. So that's a little bit of a letdown. The mudslides on this ship are really good. But the damn straws, the second you can, I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, the second you touch it, and now they don't suck when you want them to suck. I think tonight I'm going to take a little slow. Maybe if I'm awake, I'll hit the nightclub for a bit. Come to find out, it opens at 11 and it's open till 3 today. I don't know why they closed it at midnight yesterday. That gave a lot of people the wrong impression as to how the week is going to go. The ship, it's a sleek ship, all right? It's designed well. It's stylish. The crew is good, but there's very little, what word do I want to look for? There's very little communication when something is delayed or something's going wrong. They just don't tell you what's going on, and that irks a lot of people. Disorganized. I think that is the word of the week. Disorganized. And it's not MSC. All right. It is not the crew. It's leadership. They get a big fail at operating Grandiosa. But I like the ship. The food hasn't been horrible. Tomorrow we port in Cozumel, and I usually don't even get off the ship in Cozumel anymore, but I have to. Why? Because I only grabbed 3 packs of cigarettes for the entire trip, figuring I'd buy some on the ship. No Newports and no menthols at all. The only American brand is an export version of Marlboro. And then you have a couple of European brands there. So I'm going to have to get off in port, buy a case of counterfeit Newports in Cozumel, then get back on the ship, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to hang out at the pool. I don't know if I'm going to work on the laptop. I might go around and shoot some more of the ship while a lot of people are off. Taking it day by day here out at sea on the MSC Grandiosa. Oh, hey, so it's day 3. It is a port day. We are ported in Cozumel. Typically, I wouldn't even get off the ship in Cozumel. You've been to Cozumel 2 or 3 times and been to Cozumel. However, This ship doesn't sell any menthol cigarettes. So I need to get off in port, buy some, fake Newports, and then get back up on the ship. But because it's a port day, we don't have the brunch down in the main dining room. There is breakfast in the main dining room, but they only run for an hour and a half. And it starts off a little early, so I didn't make it. So, off to the buffet I went, and it doesn't look that bad. This is, a peach dumpling with not Bavarian cream, but pastry cream. Some scrambled eggs, which don't look that bad. Some corned beef hash. I got some sausage, some ham, and some cheese, because they always have some type of deli meat component. And to top it off, bacon, which is what you don't get on Carnival a lot. And if you do get bacon on Carnival, they have someone handing you one piece at a time. So I'm going to go through this breakfast. I'm going to go into Cozumel. I'm going to get my menthol cigarettes. And then I'm going to get back up on the ship and probably do nothing.
It was about 10 o'clock this morning, and I was in the Carousel lounge on deck number 7, and I was walking through the casino, and I thought, go on, treat yourself. Go upstairs to the Marketplace buffet, go and have some breakfast. So I got the lift, so I'm pushed, the lift door opened, and there was a lady already inside the lift. So I got in, and I said, good morning, and she said, good morning, are you enjoying your vacation? And I thought, well, where have you been? But then I thought, right, she doesn't know me, so I can have a little bit of fun. So I said to her, oh, I'm not on my vacation. I work here on board the cruise ship. So she said to me, what most of you think. What do you do on board? I said, I'm the ship's gigolo. It was all going well till we got to deck 15 when the doors opened. There was 2 ladies stood there, and one said, brilliant night last night, Gavin, can't wait for tonight.
Dinner day 3. What did I do today? I went out to port to get some fake Newports. I couldn't find any fake Newports, but I found some fake Marlboros. So I got me a carton of menthols, but then I went up on the Lido deck and I just edited everything on my laptop all day long. Might as well get it done while it's fresh in your head. But that also made me hungry. So dinner time, the menu is all electronic. All right, so specials today: mussels in a creamy white wine sauce, chicken lettuce wraps, spinach salad, or Italian wedding soup. Now, you've been following me. Which one am I going to pick? Your guess in 3, 2. If you guessed Italian wedding soup, you are correct. So now we're on to the entrees, and we'll see if you've been following along really well, see where I might be going. The entrees tonight are tagliatelle with seafood, broiled swordfish, Thai chicken red curry, Cabernet braised short ribs, and stuffed portobello. So this is where you participate. What am I getting for dinner? In 3, 2. If you guessed the Cabernet braised short ribs, you are correct. We'll join back with you once the appetizer comes to the table, and we'll dissect it and figure out if it's good or bad or somewhere in between. All right, so I do have a few favorite soups, not in any particular order. French onion, clam chowder, beef with barley, tomato, and this Italian wedding. Italian wedding should be based off a chicken base. And I'll just skim off the top to see what's going on here. All right, yeah. After I did that, take a look at this. There is. What do you see there? All right. I'll tell you what you're seeing there. It's a bunch of fat and oil floating on the top. The good news is I might not have to salt it. It's actually, I think it might be over salted. Wow. The seasoning is there. This is interesting. All right, there we go. All right, there's your meatball. I don't remember potatoes going into French onion or Italian wedding soup. There's another meatball, which, you know, I don't think these are meatballs. I think, you know, looking at the other one, it's a meat log that's just cut. All right, I'll say it's different. I don't hate it. It is very salty, and I'm saying that with my high salt palate that I have. I'm getting the mouthfeel of the grease and oil on my lips when I'm done. If I was at a land-based restaurant, would I order this again? Probably not. But it's not so bad that I won't finish it.
Hello, good evening, sir. Big smile.
All right, so main course is out. Polenta, or some people would say polenta. It's set up already. It has flavor. I won't need to season it. However, the temperature on it has dropped so much, it's not melting anything. Although, now that I think of it, Gorgonzola cheese really doesn't melt. It spreads a little bit and softens up. This is still relatively firm. Very, very erratic knife cuts on the carrots. Nothing uniform. They're all over the place. Very strange knife cuts. All right, let's see what's going on. They tried to season it. I mean, they added something to the water that steamed it or the water it was cooked in. The broccoli looks a little scary. All right. Yeah, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. It's not as bright green as the other night, so I'm not expecting anything incredible here. It has some seasoning, but it's waterlogged. Now on to the star of the show, the short rib. The short rib pulls apart really well. And that was a huge piece for presentation, but I'm going to break it down just a little bit. All right, there is some gravy that was placed on the plate for a sauce. I do see some fat floating on top of it. It has a lot of flavor. It's concentrated to the point where I don't need to season it. And with my heavy salt palate, I think some people might consider that a little overboard. But I'm going to finish up this plate. I seem to like most of the items on it. And all this past week, I've been getting one scoop of sorbet for dessert. And tonight I ordered a strawberry cheesecake, New York. And I think I'll jump in with the camera once I get that dessert. How inconsiderate of me to start eating my cheesecake before activating the camera. It's a cheesecake, but what is a little unappetizing is this side. Now, I know what a macerated strawberry is. That's something beyond a macerated strawberry. But it's not a huge piece. I should be able to get through it. Once I'm going to call this a coulis along the outside of the plate. You rub the spoon in that. You get it on the cheesecake. It's okay. Some graham cracker crust, which is what you typically get with a cheesecake, but not very thick. It's an eighth of an inch, if that. That's okay for me. And fewer carbs because there's still plenty of carbs left in that right there. The sugar and everything else that goes into a cheesecake. Onward. I want to take this quick moment to talk about elevator etiquette. Whether it's in a building on terra firma or on a cruise ship. When you put the call in for that car, do not stand right in front of the elevator doors. I don't understand why that concept is so hard for people to grip. Let the people off first. Don't let your children try to run on as soon as the doors open. I mean, learn some common courtesy, learn some etiquette. Hey, Christian. Seriously though, for real, I'm thirsty and I want to do a shot.
Okay.
So now do you know how to make a duck fart?
Tell me the ingredients and I will make it.
All right, my friend next to me might tell you how.
Oh, you gotta squeeze it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So seriously, it's a floated shot. It's a B52 with a small skim of whiskey on it.
Whiskey on the top.
Yeah, and I'll take one of those if you don't mind. All right. And it's just a skim. Yeah. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, you're killing me, Christian. Ah, man, you really loaded that one up.
You first. Yeah.
All right, so look at the size of that. I'm hesitant. I don't know if I can get it all out. So a couple of folks are sending shots back and forth, and they're trying to shock each other with sour shots or weird shots, and I just needed to do a shot. So here's the duck fart. Again, from the Deadliest Catch.
There's no butterscotch.
Duck fart. Ugh. Oh my God. Ugh.
Oh my God, that was so close.
Why the hell are these shot glasses so big on this ship? Man, oh man, oh Shevitz. I made my way up to the glow party. It's at the Horizon Pool, which is on deck 16. It's a bit windy, but it's outside. And it seems to have a lot of energy here. It started at 10:15. At 11:30, the nightclub starts up over here. So the footage that I'm going to grab here is going to be similar to what it's like being here for the nightclub. I ordered another drink. I'm going to sit here, have a cigarette, and people watch and have a good time because I am out at sea in the middle of the Caribbean on my way. Where am I going? I'm going to Georgetown at the Cayman Islands. All right, so I was at the casino bar, and I went up to see the glow party, which you saw some footage of. And I stayed up there for a little while until it turned into a nightclub.
15 drinks already finished. After the Jaeger.
I got one more,
Jaeger, and then that's it.
so I hit my limit.
Yeah. Last is the Jaeger.
Oh.
Getting your hit your limit.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So I went to the nightclub, and then they started paying attention to the younger kids up there, which I get. So I came back down here, had a couple of sambuca over the rocks, and I just got, as you saw from my friend here, I hit my limit. Now, let's be responsible about something here. Let's be real. I'm still talking normally. I'm still acting normal. It's because I have a high tolerance for alcohol. A lot of people, they have 5 and they're out of their rabbit ass mind. I will also mention that I started drinking around noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I started ticking into that 15 drink maximum. So I might not be inebriated. I'm definitely buzzed, if you can tell. But what I'm getting at is that 15 drink limit. All right. I personally do not consider that a guideline. I consider that a challenge, and the challenge was met. And I hit my limit on night number 3, sailing on the MSC Grandiosa. What do you say? Cheers?
Post.
Nostrovia.
Austria, we say post.
Post.
Post. Not post, post.
Porsche? Like borscht?
Post.
Porsche.
Post.
Porsche.
Post.
Porsche. Cheers.
Post.
Porsche. Porsche.
Nostrovia.
All right. All right. So there's a rumor I may or may not have hit my limit. And as I said, I don't take the 15 drink limit as a guideline. It's a challenge. But my new friend here, Daniel from Austria, wants to do a shot. So we're introducing him to the duck fart. And you've heard me talk about the duck fart over and over and over, ad nauseum. So it's being built right now, and we're gonna do a duck fart.
We're gonna do it.
All right. This guy just says to me, "Did I get it right?" We'll find out. All right, let me reframe this. All right, come back out. Sorry for the angle here. All right, so this is a duck fart shot. Now, this you don't know the story of it. I've mentioned it several times on my films. It was made popular on a TV show called The Deadliest Catch. And it's been on the Discovery Channel in America and you would know that because you're Daniel from Austria, right? So it's been on the Discovery Channel for over 15 years, and it's crab fishing in Alaska. And there's a captain of this ship called the Cornelia Marie. His name was Phil Harris. And at the end of the season, he'd get together with all the other sailors and captains, and they'd do this thing called a duck fart. Now, the whole thing behind doing the duck fart shot is you do the shot, and then you slam the empty glass down. We're not going to really go hard school slamming it down. And we go, duck fart. And we just sit here and go, wow, what the hell did I just do? All right. So my friend Daniel from Austria, duck fart. Cheers.
In Austria, we say Prost.
Post. Close enough. Down the hatch. Duck fart. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Definitely.
Is that not unique?
Yeah.
It's not horrible. But that, my friend, is a duck fart.
Thank you for the shot.
And welcome to America. Or the Caribbean. I'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
And welcome to day 4. Although I had already met up with day 4 about 6 or 7 hours ago, and I have to tell you honestly, I'm getting too old to keep doing that shit. I'm painting today. That's the punishment I get for the fun I had. So today we are in port. It's a tender port. We are in the Cayman Islands, and from what I've been noticing, there's a big trend with this ship. All right, either getting on or getting off. It's a cluster. When we were trying to leave port yesterday, it was an hour to get onto the ship. So there are 2 tenders running. There may actually be a total of 4, 2 at one end and 2 at the other at one point in time. I think it's going to be an hour to an hour and a half just to get off the bloody ship. And I'm doing it all just so I can grab the Nikon and get a picture of the damn thing. It is hot and humid in this area of the world today. So I don't think I'm going to spend too much time in Georgetown. We'll see how interesting it is once I do actually get into port. And there's another announcement. I'll catch you later. All right, so I'm still on the ship, waiting to tender. Finally, after 2 hours, been called to the assembly station. And shortly, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say shortly, I'll jinx it. At some point in time, we'll get onto terra firma. All right, finally made it onto the tender. It's 12:41. I started this process at 10:30. Soon, we will be on terra firma. And dare I say, soon. Yep, there she is, guys. Brilliant lady. I really wish I was on her instead of Grandiosa right now. Hey, win some, you lose some. Eventually, I will make my way onto that ship. Yeah. Supposedly all 4 of the Virgin ships are identical, but there's different decoration, different shows. So every time I'm on one of their sailings, it's a new experience. And I have to stop standing here and looking at her because it's only pissing me off more. And it's night 4 here in the dining room. Appetizer options today. See if you can pick out which one Kenny is going to pick. We have deep fried coconut shrimp, seafood Newburg, beetroot salad, and broccoli cheddar soup. In 3, 2, 1, you got them. You're all wrong. I'm going with one of the standards that they have every day, the French onion soup. This is the soup I've been waiting for. My favorite. I can't wait to tear this one apart. As far as entrees go, see if you can pick out which one. I might trip you up on this one. Options tonight are fettuccine alfredo, jumbo shrimp, fish and chips, roasted beef tenderloin, and tofu vegetable teriyaki. Cue Jeopardy music now. What'd you pick? Yeah, you thought I'd go with the beef. I'm actually going to go with the fish and chips. And because I tied one on last night and didn't eat breakfast, I think I might go with either 1 or 2 desserts this time around. Stay tuned. We'll figure it all out. All right, so now we are looking at the French onion soup. And the first thing I like to do is just pull back a little bit of the cheese on the top so that the boiling lava underneath has a chance to breathe. Now, as I'm looking at it, I'm seeing a lot of fat floating to the top of the broth. There seems to be a trend with the soups in this dining room. All right. It kind of tastes like French onion soup. I'm picking up some type of flavor or something that I don't usually get with French onion soup. The onions seem properly cooked down. There's a lot of bread. There's an absurd amount of bread. I'm still trying to determine what that taste is. And I think I got it. In New England, when you make stuffing for Thanksgiving and you use Bell's seasoning, I'm picking up on that. It may be from the bread. I don't know exactly what type of bread they use. Some of those herbs and or spices may be in there. Not the best I've ever had, but certainly not the worst. Okay, and we are up to the main course. I got fish and chips. And I'm kind of curious. Didn't ask if I wanted any vinegar or ketchup for the fries, which is typical of what you would use as a condiment. And, you know, as I am moving items around on the plate so I could break things down, it doesn't seem very hot. All right. So let's look at the fish. You're seeing what I'm seeing, right? You can see the grease just pouring out of the batter. Usually with battered fish and chips, you should just be able to take your fork and go right through it. This is it's an edible. It's an edible. I can't do it. Can't do it. This is an edible. It's an edible. You can't cut through the fish. And look at this. You got oil just coming out of that. I don't even want to try a second dish of that.
No, it's better.
Yeah.
You want some salmon?
I'll take.
Grilled salmon? It's very good grilled salmon. It's better than this fish.
No, I'll just do the fettuccine Alfredo.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. Thank you. Do we have a pattern here? Well, it's definitely the temp. Okay, it's tender. It's just a real lousy knife. All right, so I've got the chicken cut into manageable pieces. All right, so I already know that the chicken needs salt. So we are gonna salt that chicken in a moment. And let's see how the Alfredo is with this fettuccine. Pasta is under. It's in that neighborhood right before al dente. If they left it boiling for another minute, it would probably be where you want it. And the entire plate needs salt. Let's see if salt improves it. Salt makes it tolerable. But again, the pasta is undercooked. Just under al dente. Another half minute, a minute. Al dente being to the tooth. This is really to the tooth. But I can get through it. I'll finish this up and we'll see what dessert looks like. Okay, so 2 desserts today because I'm a spina. One is an apple cake, call it multi-layer. And one is a dulce de leche cake. So I'm just gonna try the apple one first. It's moist and have great apple texture. You're getting a lot of apple, but it's flavorless, which is strange. It looks so deceiving. I mean, does it need some sugar, or what it needs? What it needs? It needs whipped cream. That's what it needs. That would finish that off. Now for dulce de leche. I'm saving that one for last. That was good. Both of these are good. Maybe one thing to maybe set it off over the top. I'm glad I ordered 2. Right, so starting to wind down for the day. I did see the comedy show, the 8 o'clock showing, and Saving Grace, probably one of the better comedians I've seen at sea in a while. So that was refreshing. There are a few other events going on tonight, but it seems that it's the same thing every single night. You have the same Latin band performing, the same steel drum guy playing, the same reggae guy playing, and they're all playing the tracks except for the Latin band. I'm kind of bored. It's like Groundhog Day. Every night, same damn thing. I went into that karaoke room again tonight. It's even hotter than the other nights it was in there. I've run into a couple of other people who I've seen on previous cruises, and the sentiments are the same across the board. There's something going on with management here. This is definitely not like any other Grandiosa or any other MSC ship. and the excuse, oh, it's a European ship and we're trying to learn. No, MSC is across the board, all right? They know how to operate a sailing vessel. So I don't buy the excuse that we're trying to, adjust. That's bullshit. All right. So I am going to walk around a few more times. I'm not going to go nuts with alcohol tonight because I have to be up early in the morning. Hopefully we do end up docked in Montego Bay, and we can take care of that little trip where some folks from our Facebook group will be donating things to those in need. Montego Bay. That will be a separate documentary, and I will include a link to that once I get this particular film edited and corrected in post, and then uploaded. Day 5, and I was up early today because we are getting escorted off the ship. No. We didn't do anything bad. We have a busy day ahead of us in Montego Bay. I am following a group from our Facebook channel for the cruise and bring donations to children and people of Montego Bay. So most of the day I will be occupied and filming and covering that. That will be a separate film. And then who knows what will happen come afternoon or evening. I didn't raise hell last night, so I have a feeling tonight may be another night where I accept the 15-drink limit, not as a guide, but a challenge. All right, dinner night 5. I think it's night 5. 6, yeah, night 5. It's a Caribbean theme menu, and I am not a fan of Caribbean flavors or jerk chicken, but at the same time, I'm not really a fan of most of the standard items they have on the menu. So, what is Kenny going to get for an appetizer? The options are Guadalupe-style coconut shrimp, callaloo spinach and artichoke dip, pimento spice chicken quesadilla, or black bean soup. Jeopardy music, please. Kenny's going to get the pimento spice chicken quesadilla. Those of you who chose that, you have just won nothing. The entrees tonight: penne with chicken and sausage, black and red snapper, slow roasted jerk pork loin, Jamaican pepper steak, and vegetable rundown. What's Kenny gonna get? Come on. Kenny is gonna get the penne with chicken and sausage. If you chose that, yeah, you still didn't win anything. Although now I'm looking at the Jamaican pepper steak. You know what? Those of you who said penne with chicken and sausage, you didn't win. I'm gonna try the Jamaican pepper steak. Onions, rice, fried potatoes. I think I can deal with that. Once everything comes to the table, we'll take a look at it, and we'll be right back to you. Okay, we are looking at the quesadilla. Okay, it has flavor. Not necessarily the flavors I care for, but there's flavor, and I don't need to salt it, which is good. But what it could really use, sour cream. Sour cream would just put this right over the edge. The beans and corn that you saw on the plate, I won't be getting into that, and I don't think I need to say why. All right, just use your imagination. I'll finish up these quesadillas. I'll be back to you with the entree. So as I'm looking at this plate, I'm figuring out, okay, that rice is not going to be seasoned at all. The potatoes probably aren't seasoned. And I will get down to the breakdown with the meat in a second. But I couldn't help but notice, because I was thinking about seasoning, yeah, you saw that right. No salt at the table, but there are 2 peppers. You can't make this shit up. So this is billed as slow braised. Actually, let us pause right here for a second and go to the menu, which I've already lost, didn't I? Yes, let me call it back up. What's a little bit of editing and post between friends, right? Okay, so this is billed as slow braised beef, peppers and onions, rice, and fried potatoes. Those kind of look like steak fries to me, for one. But it says peppers and onions, right? I don't see any onions. And there's 1 red pepper. I think there's going to be another late night run to the buffet. All right. Nothing special about it. No. Here's a little piece of the potato. Yeah, absolutely no seasoning at all. And I don't think it's fried. It's cooked. I think it's parboiled and then baked. So, yeah. That's what we have. We have pepper steak with pepper and onions without any pepper and onions. Yeah. All right. The rice is cooked properly. The rice isn't bad. But, you know, that second potato, that second piece of potato, that first one was smaller and it was tender. I cut into the second one, and it's undercooked. So, yeah. I mean, come on, you're MSC. You're supposed to do better. What the bleepity bleepity bleep 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 is this shit? This is key lime pie, according to the folks on MSC Grandiosa. That's not even the definition of pie. That's the definition of cake. What the? I mean, I'm trying to get it in focus for you. That's key lime pie? Go to hell.
I give you a key lime pie, didn't know.
That's pineapple. That's pineapple. Call that menu up again. I want to find out if there's something with pineapple listed in the desserts. Okay, so the desserts are Caribbean rum cake. No. Florida key lime pie. Nope. Grandma's chocolate cake. Nope. New York cheesecake. Nope. Lime coconut cake. Nope. You know, that might be it. Lime coconut cake. You know, this is pineapple, but it says mango compote. That still gets an X. So, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can actually get a piece of key lime pie.
No, but
If it looks like a duck and walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, is it a duck? It's close to key lime pie. The graham cracker crust on the bottom is basically soaked, like it's uncooked. The curd has the tang that you get from key lime. Now, there are two different debates in Key West with key lime pie. Do you meringue it or do you do whipped cream? This is a slight, as you saw in the video, a slight little skim of whipped cream. Now this I thought that was a dollop of whipped cream. They covered both bases. That's meringue. So you get both meringue and whipped cream. So that answers, or that solves a debate whether you meringue it or you use whipped cream. What's this coulis here? That's like a strawberry curd. Well, I'm going to finish this up and take a nap because it's going to be a long night. We have a couple of musical parties to deal with tonight, but at 11:30 we have the adult version of the comic, and I'm not going to miss that one. I don't need to wake up in the morning. Tomorrow's a sea day. There's brunch, which means I get to sleep in if I want. So I will catch up to you shortly. Okay, so getting ready for another show. Just wanted to take a quick minute or two to say, wow, what about that dinner, huh? So other than that, most of the afternoon I spent editing the film with the footage I shot with the trip to an elementary school in Montego Bay. It was a humbling experience. Paid $12 for the driver of the bus. Probably better than any $90 or $100 or $150 excursion. Later on, I've got a special casino invite event I need to go to. So I'll be back in the casino, which means the casino bar. I'll probably start back in with the frozen mudslides. And then hopefully those will keep me going till 11:30 for an adult comic. And he was kind of pushing the limits during the family show. So I'm looking really forward to this. Something I do need to note, the kiosk machine in the casino is out of order. That's the machine that cashiers got, but you can also break bills. If you have a 5, you can get singles or whatever, and that's out of order. And I went to the cage with a $5 bill and asked for 5 singles so I can take care of the bartenders, because I like to give them $1 every time I get a drink. No, sorry, no bills. So, yet another issue or a problem here. So, I've got a microphone here so that I can actually hear you. All right, so nightclub. It's what time is it? Oh, 2:23. Yeah, 2:20. We just got out of Jamaica. So 2:23, right?
Okay. 2:23.
All right. So now y'all are playing dominoes here, right?
Right.
And obviously you figured out that I have a YouTube channel or something by now, right?
Something.
So I have that. I've been watching you guys, okay? And
I noticed.
All right. I want to know why you're not slamming them. All right,
Okay. So the reason we're not slamming them is because we have 2 beginners who don't really know the game, so we can't give them that level of intensity yet.
Okay.
They only get. We're only intense with domino players.
All right. So tell me, why do you slam dominoes when you're playing?
Because you want everybody to know you got them points.
Oh, okay. So it's a whole attitude thing.
Yes.
So if they weren't beginners, would you have the attitude here?
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right, so I did the adult comedian. I went to the nightclub. I already did some drinks during the day, and I did a few before the show. Then I came back to the casino bar. I asked how many drinks I have left. So 5. All right. And as I said before, the 15, it's not a guideline, it's a challenge. So in order to hit 15, I'm doing another one of these. Duck fart. He has a lot of glue in there. Duck fart. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So many of y'all know that I have my share of mudslides. And when I say share, that's probably many, many, many of them here at the casino bar in the Grandiosa. And someone always turns around and says, what the hell is that? So they want to try one. So I'm just putting a mic down here so that I can get some audio. And I don't know if they're a new friend of mine yet, but they decided they want to have a mudslide too. What's your name?
Brittany.
Brittany?
Yes.
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
Georgia. All right. Yeah, I've been to Atlanta many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Peachtree Street down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a favorite.
All right. So you've never had a mudslide before?
Never had one before, but I heard it has milk and alcohol and chocolate. So.
All right. So we're filming this so we can see your reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
First taste, first impression.
All right.
Okay. I initially tasted the alcohol, but then once it subsided, it tasted just like frozen vanilla ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
An adult milkshake.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, you can see how that would sneak up on you.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, I've gotten wrecked on them before.
Oh, yeah. They also got a mudslide.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, so.
Right on cue.
All right. Let's slide that microphone down.
Okay.
All right.
Put it in the middle. Thank you.
Oh, we have 2 people with mudslides. All right. All right. So
We got a cheer.
we started a trend. What's your name?
My name is Alex.
Where are you from?
Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget my duck here.
Okay. Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
You see my duck?
Pato. Are you ready? Okay.
And you are?
My name is Maeve, and I'm also from Georgia.
All right. So we're going to see the reactions first time you're having a mudslide.
Cheers. That's really good. That's really good. Kind of tastes like a chocolate espresso martini a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
All right. Look at the 4 of us sitting here having a mudslide.
Yes, cheers to that. Cheers to the mudslides.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, all 3. Put them together.
Kenny, this is the second time you hit your limit.
Hello and welcome to day 6. And it is a fee day, so we are doing brunch again. And we're going to see if they completely fail at making an Eggs Benedict again. And if the plate comes back as pathetic as it did the other day, this time it's going back. I've had it with bad Eggs Benedict at sea lately. So after brunch, I think at 11:30 I have some type of event with the captain. I got a invitation in my stateroom last night. I walked in, sitting on the bed is an envelope with a card and everything. You're lucky. You're special. You get to attend this event with the captain. I don't know what the event is. I am standing in line for brunch. It's about 1.5 miles long. I'm down here at 09:14, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So no matter how long this takes, I will still be able to make it to that event with the captain.
Oh, yes. I like that. Oh, sorry. I don't use that.
Okay, so the Eggs Benedict is at the table. And are you ready for the reveal? We're going to see how the cook on the egg is. They actually put a hollandaise this time that did not break. So the hollandaise is holding up. They got a better toast on the muffin. And we all know that with a proper poach with Benedict, when I cut into this, the egg should just runneth right over. Look at that. That is a perfect cook on that egg. So finally, an Eggs Benedict I get to enjoy. I'll catch up with you later on during the event with the captain. Okay, so I am at the special event. They actually have the area roped off and they're checking for invitations before you get into this area. I still, as of this point in time, have no idea what this is about. All it says is it's a special event and you're invited because you're special. So it takes place in front of the Grandiosa boutique. And the area is kind of cordoned off. So it's not a ship-wide event. Somehow I got onto the list. It's obviously a limited list because of the area, the space that this takes place in. I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend. I would guess to say that maybe only 10% of the entire manifest can fit into this area at one time. So we'll just take a quick look around. Passing around drinks. Maybe I'll have one. As soon as I know more, I'll let you know.
Alright, so it's all here on the promenade deck, and our Voyagers Cocktail Party. It gives me a great pleasure to ask you to put your hands together for our captain, our master. Come on, let's have a big round of applause, the loudest applause of the moment for our captain, our master. Come on, let's hear it. Daddy Carr and the youngsters here on your MSC Grandiosa. Alright, so like I said to you right from the very start, it's great to see so many of you with us here this morning at our Voyagers Cocktail Party. We sincerely hope you've enjoyed the cruise with us here on board MSC Grandiosa. We've still got a great day ahead of us, and our final port tomorrow, the port of Nassau. Tomorrow we'll be setting sail at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, so still a great day and a great day tomorrow in port. So yes, so like I say, great to see so many of you with us this morning. So if you'd like to charge your glasses, thank you very much, Pepe. If you'd like to charge in your glasses, come on everybody, here's to yet again an incredible day at sea. Enjoy the rest of your voyage with us here on board MSC Grandiosa. And on behalf of our captain, all of his officers, staff and crew, cheers, salute. Alright, so now we move on to the entertainment here at our Voyagers Cocktail Party. So right in the centre of the promenade, I would like to have a nice gap. So if you are in the centre, either step to your left or step to your right. Because in literally a few seconds time, we're going to introduce our incredible magic man here on board, Taro. So yes, so that's it. If you are in the middle, please just either take one step to your left or one step to your right. Yep.
Okay, dinner day 6. Specials. Today, marinated octopus, stuffed baked mushrooms, vegetable spring rolls, and beef and barley soup. Which one of these is Kenny gonna get? You're wrong. I'm gonna get two of them because I can't make up my mind. I'm gonna be trying the spring rolls and the beef and barley soup. As far as entrees go, what direction do you think I'm going in? Penne Americana, wild barramundi, chicken coq au vin, slow braised lamb shake, or chef's Indian vegetarian? All right, which one? I am going with the coq au vin. That's a dish made famous. Well, she didn't create it, but she brought it to everyone's attention. Julia Child. That was a recipe that she always nailed. I'm looking at desserts. Nothing's really jumping at me, so I'm probably just gonna get sorbet. Chocolate cake, New York cheesecake, fudge cake. Nothing's really doing anything. So we'll wait until the items come out and we'll take a look at them. Okay, these are the vegetable spring rolls. It tastes like a spring roll. There's nothing special about them. I think as far as spring rolls are concerned, they're a little hard. I think the wrapper should give a little easier when you cut through it. In this case, one actually just tore apart when I tried to cut through it. But otherwise, the flavor is there. The texture, I think a little bit too hard on the outside and a little too mushy on the inside, which tells me they may have dropped these for, I don't know, maybe half a minute or a minute longer than what they should have. Okay, this is the beef and barley soup. Again, there's grease floating on the top. Yep, that's definitely grease. Beef and barley soup is probably in the top 10 for me when it comes to soups. There's definitely a lot of body to this soup. There's something different when compared to other beef and barley soups. First off, there's a lot of grease, and the mouthfeel, you can definitely pick up on the grease. I just stirred it, and I just took a spoon, and there's grease already forming on it. There's something there I can't quite place. There's a little something that gets you right here afterwards. And the beef is tender. It doesn't need salt. Doesn't need any additional seasonings. I just can't quite place that there's this one element. But it's a decent soup, and I'll finish it. This is the chicken coq au vin. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna be anticipating here. I think it's overdone. Now, coq au vin typically has strong notes of bacon and mushroom. I'm seeing a little bit of bacon in the pan sauce. Not picking up the taste of bacon at all. Matter of fact, this pan sauce, I can tell you exactly what it tastes like. That brown gravy mix you get in a little packet and you add to a cup of water. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. I'm gonna add some salt to a few things here. I'll finish this up. I'll catch up with you later on. And welcome to day, I think is it 7? That's 7. I can't keep track anymore. This is why my sweet spot are the 3 to 5 day cruises. Thus far, about 2 days ago, it turned into Groundhog Day. Oh, it's the same guy playing the steel drum here. Oh, it's the same guy singing reggae to tracks over there. It's the same thing. They just move it around. I got a bigger problem though. Here it is, the last day of the cruise, and they changed straws. Now, originally I showed you straws where all I had to do was pinch it and it would start to break. Well, now they have these little aqua-colored, teal-colored, bendy straws. Problem with that is that they suck. And when I say they suck, I mean they don't suck. Because when you get one of these, or a pina colada, or a Miami Vice, or whatever, you can't, it's too thick to come up in these little thin straws. So they're good for a stir, and then you have to do that and wipe off your goddamn mouth. I don't know. That's kind of little shit like that irritates me. I mean, I like constant. I like to be able to rely on things. Ooh, this is a strong one. Oh my. Yeah, usually I don't pick up on the vodka in one of these. That one I am. So yes, it is the final day of the cruise. I didn't come at you right before breakfast because I thought breakfast was open until 10:30, but it was open until 9:30. So I had to make a mad dash because I wanted to sit down and do breakfast. I didn't want to run through the buffet. And then after that, I went on to catalog a bunch of videos and post to YouTube. And that brings me here, the middle of the afternoon on the Lido deck, where we are 7, 8, 9, supposedly 8 minutes away from this thing they call a snowball fight. I'm from New England. I hate the snow. Why am I watching it? Because it's 85 degrees and I'm in the Caribbean. Dinner night 7, and it looks like it's Italian night because all the tables vomited up the colors of the Italian flag, and all the waiters have a vest on in the colors of the Italian flag. And then I look at the menu and I see, yeah, it's Italian. So the daily specials today: caprese salad, fried calamari, Italian antipasto, and minestrone genovese. What's Kenny gonna get? If you chose antipasto in this case, yeah, you win, and you win Jack. Oh yeah, I was gonna say shit, but no one's around here. If you picked antipasto, you win jack shit. On to the entrees. We have linguine, we have baked grouper, we have chicken parmigiana, veal ossobuco, and Voodles Primavera. Which one is Kenny going to get? If you chose veal ossobuco, you would be correct. When the dishes come out, we'll take a look at them. Okay, it's cold cuts. I don't think I need to review them, so I'm gonna enjoy this, and we'll get back to you when the entree comes out. Okay. So it is tender. I think the cook is fine. Don't really care too much for the sauce on it. There's something stinging in it. It's like there's some capsaicin or something in here. Something that you would not expect to have with veal ossobuco. I think I'm going to need some salt to combat that capsaicin is the only thing I can describe it by. Served with polenta. think all there is butter. I don't think there's anything else in that. Polenta. Well, a little bit of salt will fix that. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. I'll catch you later on. Okay, so what did I think about my 7-night journey on MSC Grandiosa? Let's go over some of the hits. The crew is professional and courteous, with the exception of one drink service waitress who just kept walking around doing nothing. Everybody was super professional and courteous. I honestly think that the service I got was top notch. And in fact, even after only one day, many of the crew members were already remembering my name. Not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. The ship is elegant. The ship is clean. It's certainly easy to get around in. And there's only one you can't get there from here instances that I ran into. But that was remedied simply by going from the starboard to the port side of the vessel. My stateroom, whilst an interior, was spacious. I can't imagine 4 people staying in there though. The bathroom had plenty of room to function, and the shower, for a man of my size, well, was not an issue at all. It had a real glass door, and the water pressure coming out of the shower head was some of the best water pressure that I've had in a shower out at sea in quite some time. The food in the main dining room was decent at times. When it was decent, it was better than Carnival and Royal. You know, we'll touch upon that in a little bit. As far as the buffet is concerned, the few times that I went, the food was decent. I didn't have any complaints. It was decent food for a buffet. I will have to note that the pizza on board Grandiosa, just like any other MSC ship, is probably some of the best pizza you can get at sea. In fact, I was talking with one of the cooks on the ship, and in one day, they make over 1,100 pizzas. The theater does not have a bad seat in the house. There are no poles or columns or support beams in the way. There are no weird sideways or corner facing seats. The seats are comfortable. You don't have any type of railings blocking a view anywhere in the entire theater. The one downfall is that you cannot bring your drink in with you. Let's go over some of the misses, and unfortunately there are more misses than hits on this particular sailing. The Wi-Fi situation on board this ship is horrendous. Now, across every other cruise line, I'm able to disconnect one device and go on to another device. You still only have one device connected at the same time, at once, right? Nope, not here. They lock down your MAC address. So if I wanted to use another device, it was going to be another $145 to add that device. At that point, I bought $30 worth of international cellular roaming and did what I needed to do whenever I was in port. Shame on MSC for trying to nickel and dime you that way. That's rotten. On top of that, the Wi-Fi itself, I don't know who manages the network, but every time you went on and off an elevator or went from one area to another, it seemed that the Wi-Fi was dropped. It wasn't handshaking with the access points properly. The switching was not flawless. And on the final day, in through the night, I had internet very intermittently, even though I was on the ship's Wi-Fi. I'd say probably 85 to 90% of the time I could not get online, even with my one dedicated device locked down to that MAC address. Oh, and if you want to use a VPN, forget about it. The only outdoor deck on this vessel is the top deck. There is no open deck promenade type level like you have on most other ships. You know, I kind of like going down to the lower decks outside. It tends to be a little less windy. You get to look out over the railing. It's enjoyable. It's relaxing. Now, I do understand that the Meraviglia class ships were primarily built for a colder northern environment, but come on, a lot of the other ships designed for the Mediterranean, they have an outdoor deck on a lower level. When the food was off, it was really off. I had to send a plate back at least twice. Either it was undercooked or overcooked, or it was simply the wrong thing brought to me. You know, a lot of the food lacked seasoning. Thankfully, that was remedied by a healthy shake of salt. Embarkation and disembarkation was constantly a cluster on this sailing. The initial embarkation was mismanaged and so out of control and disorganized. I'm amazed I even got onto the ship. At ports of call, it was near impossible trying to get, well, I shouldn't say impossible. It was another cluster trying to get back onto the ship. In Cozumel, it took over an hour to get onto the ship in port. There's no need for that when there's a royal ship who just had the people funneling right on in. I was told that the security staff was cut down to 17 crew members, and that's why they could only have one person at the metal detector and scanning your badge. And again, shame on you, MSC, for letting that happen. There's a lot of mismanagement and disorganization involved. And you plainly saw it with getting on and off the ship. At one port where we had a tender, I waited over 2 hours. That is unreasonable. The only time it was really quick for me to get on or off the ship was at disembarkation when I was kicked off. And that was only because I let myself off at 7 a.m. The ship is too large for the number of venues and the sizes of the venues. You know, much like Sun Princess, you have many activities taking place one after another, and you only have a limited number of smaller venues. And what happens is people come for one activity, and then they stay for the next, and stay for the next, and stay for the next. Thus, you have 3, 4, 5 seats turning over in between activities. That's unacceptable. Also, I believe it was the TV lounge where a lot of the activities were going on, and they had that issue with seating. That's where the karaoke took place. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I like to get up and show off. I didn't sing karaoke once, because even when I would show up an hour early, I couldn't get a damn seat in that venue. On top of that, that particular venue was just so hot. You just stand there, and after 5 minutes, at least with me, I was sweating. They need to do something about that. And, you know, due to the number of venue spaces, the activities were kind of limited. And halfway through, I became bored. I couldn't wait to get off the ship. And speaking of getting bored with entertainment and activities, you know, I really wish there were additional activities. It was the same thing. You know what? By day 4, it was like Groundhog Day to me. All right, the same type of activity here, the same steel drum player here, the same reggae guitarist here, all playing the same tracks, but just playing in a different location of the ship every day. There was not enough variety. I logged 15,000 steps a day, just pacing the ship, looking for something that would pull my attention in. For a 7-day sailing, there was no high production show at all. In fact, out of all the shows, only 2 had a live band performing, and it wasn't even a full band. There was no bass guitarist, and they were playing a track for that and tracks for other instruments. I understand the other instruments, but if you're going to have a performance in a theater, find a bass player. I know there was one on the ship because he was playing in a band. Now, all of the shows were song and choreographed dance skits or acts, and it was the same people every night, just a different genre. Now, on one night during the song and dance productions, even the lead vocal was lip synced. Now, I'm a smoker, but I only use dedicated smoking areas. The casino, I can tell you right now, Did have a small smoking area. The entire casino smells like cigarettes on this vessel, as does the entire hallway that leads up to it, and the venue behind it, the Carousel lounge. That just smelled like cigarettes as well. In fact, coming out into the public area beyond the main hallway, going down to the casino, you could smell the cigarettes. Now, Virgin Voyages can create a little room that people can go in and gamble and smoke, and then you can walk by and not even realize the room is there. Why can't any of the other cruise lines? It doesn't seem that complicated. The casino cash out and bill breaking machine was down for the entire cruise after the first day. This means that you couldn't get any change made unless you went to the cage. Now, the cage refused to break bills. Even a $5 bill, I asked to be converted to 5 singles, and the cage would not do it. Yet they had a stack of singles in there, I thought. And the only thing that did, it hurt their fellow crew members, because that means I have something less, to tip the bartenders with. Shame on you, MSC Grandiosa cage. I know this is trivial, but the ice cream, at least the soft serve, you can only get it from 12 to 5. Come on. Now and then I want a soft serve at 5:30. The smart elevators are only as smart as the dumb people using them. All right? If you're in a party of 6, you're supposed to smash that button half a dozen times. That way the car knows how many people it's expecting to pick up, and it can program itself appropriately. Now, these same people they're the ones who will stand right in front of that door and then charge to go into the elevator before they even let anyone off. So I doubt they would ever comprehend something as complicated as pushing a button for the number of people in your party. So in conclusion, I was not impressed. As a gold MSC cruiser, I can tell you that this was not up to MSC standards compared to other sailings. The experience just lacked what you typically get with MSC. Now, you can get over, 1 or 2 large issues, but then after that, all these little issues, they start to just add up and add up and add up and add up. Did you ever, hear the saying, it goes back to sales years and years and years ago, elephants don't bite, all right? Have you ever been bit by an elephant? No. Have you been stung by a bee? Yeah, it's the small things. And if you get a couple of these things, it turns into a big thing. Now, some folks say that they were trying to transform a European ship to an American ship. I don't buy that as an excuse. MSC has standards across their entire fleet, no matter if you're in the Caribbean or Mediterranean. Typically, MSC does have high standards. I honestly think they missed the mark this time around. This obviously won't keep me from going on an MSC sailing in the future, but I highly doubt I will be going on to Grandiosa again. If you found this content interesting, educational, or amusing, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. Thank you.